why in your country is not allowed to a man or a woman marry or live or feel in love to some different woman or different man?
So again, the main driver for this is religion. Right.
Yeah.
It's again Islam particularly. And ultimately, if you think about it, it's actually a protection for the women before anything. Right. How so? Well, you see women do take advantage of every single day, and I see that. I mean, people might disagree, fair enough, but every single day I feel like women in countries like the West, they get taken advantage of, whether it's sexually, their bodies, mainly obviously like objectifications and stuff like that. They are objectified. Women is objectified, whether they believe it or not. It doesn't matter really. They are. They're in magazines. They're in anything that that the goal of is to attract the audience. You'll see some form of women standing there, whether it's leg showing or it's breast or whatever it is. They use the women in every single industry. Marketing, again, you got strip clubs, have it this way. Women would not pay to see men naked. Men would pay. General picture, right? I mean, at least not to see like a hairy leg or you know what I mean. They wouldn't do that, right? But men would. Men would pay a lot to either see women naked or to have one sleeping with them or whatever. You know what I mean? And that is available for them anywhere you go in places like the UK or any Western country. So back in Syria, we refuse that. We don't allow such thing to happen to our women. You know what I mean? So imagine, I've got a sister, I've got a mother, I've got, I might have a daughter in the future, you know what I mean? I would not want my daughter to be treated like this. I don't want my daughter to be, I don't want some random dude, getting to know my daughter and then, sleeping with her or anything like this, or taking advantage of her and then later on breaking her heart and then moving on to a different girl, a different woman. It happens all the time in this country, bro. I don't agree. We don't agree with that. We disagree with this. So the way we the way we have it is that if the man wants to, he loves the women. You know what? First thing you do, you go ahead and knock on the parents' door. You speak to the father with respect. Yes. Speak to the father. I've seen your daughter. I've spoken to her briefly. Just to get, for example, your number or to get the house location, whatever it is, And I would like, to propose to her. And when I say propose, I don't mean just go ahead and get married and then that's it, live happily ever after with someone you basically just met, right? That's not what I mean. The way we have it is we have two stages. We have the engagement and we have the actual wedding, right? So the engagement phase is, think about it as a kind of a legal contract whereby you're allowed to get to know the woman gets to know you, in the presence of like a father or a mother or something, you can't just be with her alone. Just in case something goes on, something happens, you never know. So that's not allowed, but you get to know her. You get to know her. She gets to know you. If your thoughts, so that's what we focus on. We focus on thoughts and personality, as opposed to the woman giving herself to the man. The man might take whatever he wants from her and then he moves on. There is no obligations. There's no obligations. You can't hold the man onto anything, right? He can go. He can just walk away. Can't say nothing to him. You can't say nothing to him. So this is more of a protection for the woman. So you say, okay. The woman, you again, like I said, the thoughts, the values, if those are compatible, then we move on to the next stage. Upon agreement on both sides, both parties, we go to the next stage, which is the wedding, right? If you think your thoughts and lifestyle is not compatible, then you disengage, and each person goes separate ways. no sexual,
they need to be involved just in an engagement.
Yeah,
There's no sex there.
No, absolutely not. No.
Really?
No.
Just kiss?
Nothing.
Holding hand?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Well, you can hold hands and stuff. Yes. Sorry, yeah. You can hold hands and stuff. But there's no,
kiss,
any sex or anything like this.
Involved.
No. There
just
isn't.
after marriage.
Yes. Because again, like I said, men,
I know.
Yeah.
Evil.
We're actually evil. But anyway. So,
but, I don't know if you finish.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. That's pretty much the general picture.
But my question is about man and a man, a woman and a woman.
Oh, you're talking about homosexuality.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is the view? And you just answer. It says no, it's not allowed. But and then you explain about the rules why you. But I was asking in this case because if you see the big picture that you shows me, like respect woman and go, after that, before that, I understand and I agree. So I agree. And I don't force it when, for example, I will just go to, try to involve with a woman and she told me, oh, before anything, go for my father first or whatever.
Exactly.
I understand and I want this to my daughter as well.
Exactly.
This I agree with you and I agree with all the people who think like that. But I was asking you how your country see and why it's not allowed to, to a man be involved with another man or start like a family and stuff.
I will tell you about this before I completely go into that. You're right. What you said about what you wanted for your daughter and stuff. I absolutely agree. This is what I think is the best for the woman.
The woman,
Forget about that. Actually, it's not good for the man.
No.
It's protecting the woman. If you think about it, it's protecting the woman.
The woman.
Women here dream of getting married. A lot of people, a lot of women that want to establish their families or want to establish a house, kids and house and all of that. There are plenty of single mothers here. They're not happy. They're not happy. They're not happy. They have a huge responsibility to take by themselves. Fair enough. I mean, they have work. They have to raise children. They have to. It's difficult. It's difficult. Women find themselves, whether they know it or not, they find themselves much, much happier when there's a healthy relationship with a man under one roof with kids. Each sharing their putting their bits in, contributing to the relationship, contributing to raising the children, each doing their responsibility in the house. She's doing what she's good at, he's doing what he's good at, both of them working together, building a house, building a family. 50 years from now, you see your grandchildren, you see it's a happy house, happy home, happy family. You know what I mean? That's how it is, and that's how it should be. But it's not the case. And if you look at 50 years ago, women in this country, they never used to have sex before marriage.
It was different.
It was different.
Yeah.
They never used to have. A woman is considered, shameful.
This new vibe to.
Yeah, a woman is considered shame. She brought shame to the family if she, has sex before marriage. 70, 80 years ago, my grandmother, she never had sex. I mean, because part of my family are actually English. So because my granddad, he's Syrian. Right, he's Syrian Arab, but he married my grandmother, who's English. Yeah. So part of my family are actually from England. That's from my mother's side. So my grandmother, she never got had sex before marriage. She got married first, and then she actually and then she obviously had sex and built a house and all of that.
Family stuff.
So that's one thing. Answering your question now about this again, it's a religious thing.
Religion.
And in fact, most religions or mainstream religions share the same thing. Christianity, homosexuality is not allowed in Christianity. Bible, clearly says homosexuality is as a great sin, right? Judaism, go to a Jewish community, practice homosexuality there. Can you? You can't do that.
No.
You can't do that. Go to a proper Jewish neighborhood or community and practice homosexuality. You are not allowed to do that. It's very strict in that. I mean, Jewish people still kind of strict, on their ways and their culture and stuff as well. Unlike again Christians are mostly the ones who are not, strict anymore. Don't follow their religion anymore. Most of them, at least. So again, it's a religious thing. In Islam, homosexuality is strictly forbidden.
So if it happen, likely a neighbor, you hear like, oh, what
could happen?
Gonna happen? Yeah, what could happen, or what do you think?
Yeah,
it will happen.
Yeah. I actually don't know. You know.
Yeah. But people, they will. Oh yeah, we don't want to talk to these people.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
No one will talk to them.
Yeah, they don't want to share.
No. Yeah, this is not something.
Yeah.
You know, we agree with. Yes, I personally don't agree with it.
Yeah.
Again, whoever is doing whatever they
respect,
want.
Yeah.
You know, you guys do you.
Yeah.
You guys do you. I do me. You know.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the action.
So
you know, so it doesn't matter what you do. You do whatever you want.
We were talking here. Before you give this answer, you were talking, and I agree as well.
Yeah.
Saying like it's first to protect the woman.
Yeah.
And all this is about to protect the woman.
Yeah.
And then and I agree. I was saying that, and I agree with that. But how you see and how you think when you find a woman say, no, I want to marry another woman I love.
Yeah.
And how you think when you see another woman walking on the street with short like skirt open, chest.
Yeah.
and then says like, this is my life, I like it. How you feel and how you say like, oh, so we do these things to protect the woman, but even they start living this way. So
I think I truly, when I see that, when I see a woman insists on doing that, it depends on where she's from. Mm-hmm. So if she is already a Western woman, she was born and bred in the UK or in France or any other Western country or European country, I wouldn't really think of it that much because this is the norm here. This is what people have done. I feel sad because even in these countries, 50 years ago, actually, I saw a video last week.
Yeah.
It was circulating on social media. It was, I'm not sure exactly what date it was, but it was somewhere around the 1960s or 70s, maybe. 60s, I'd say. Yeah. I don't know if anyone would be actually familiar with it. But actually, the video was videoing the reaction of English women when they saw a dress that is revealing. That reveals a lot more skin than what they actually
how they
dress at that time. Yeah. It was shocking.
Yeah.
Women are looking at that dress in the streets. It was the video. It was literally documented. It's a black and white. You know what I mean? Video. It was documenting. It was actually interviewing those women in the street in public. What do you think of that dress displayed on the front of the shop? They were all, disagreeing with it.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
They were like, no woman.
No.
That's what they say, and I quote: "No woman in the right mind would agree to wear such a thing."
Wow.
Yes.
Back then?
Wow. That's not long time ago.
Yeah.
That's probably, a person might have been...
So it changes so quick.
Absolutely. So a person could have, a person might have been born back then and still alive now. So it's not really a long time ago.
I had a conversation with my colleague just because it came my mom. I had a conversation with my mate at work regarding these things. He's already got like even 60 something, it's going through 70.
Yeah.
And then we were talking, and I was asking about these things.
Yeah.
He told me, Felix, before we will not even think we can see a man feeling love to another man.
Yeah.
We were not.
I know.
And we were playing, joking, but we were not expecting.
Yeah.
So, but he told me about he started feeling like on I think on 60 on 60 they start like coming a lot and the government they start bringing these laws to say so we need to respect whatever and then people they start being first shocked and then they start like accepting and he told me if I can see back then today I'm saying wow, it's a really big change. Today is perfect.
I know.
Normal. It's not normal if you think.
Yeah.
And I say, it's the world, And I don't want to talk about the subject because it's not being called here. But that's great. That's interesting. Interesting to know. Obviously, man, this is something that it's coming, and on these countries, And when we talk about the country where the majority of people is like Christian, and they start like in losing or break, and people they start not having respect about what they say, regardless the Bible, because the people says, oh, come on, you talking something, and I believe what you're saying, but you talking everything that you say is come from this Bible. When I'm reading about myself at home, doesn't say what you're saying. So, and then they start like, they start agree something, they not agree something. The church, they start accepting
they pick
things,
a select.
and But me as a human, first is the life to me, and then it will become everything. Religion, beliefs, respect, whatever. First is life. I believe, and I never see myself like saying, oh, I would like to do this one because this person is like that. I respect, But obviously, it's shocked. It's not the way I am. I respect, and for somehow, I'm thinking like really interesting to know what happened.
Yeah, absolutely.
To this man. Why, when he started. And I've been sharing these conversations, these topics with friends, with all respect. Obviously, people think, oh, they just born like that. And they say, oh, but he didn't just born like that. He just changed his mind because she's already have like 2-3 kids. Or she already. And I was thinking, so where I can go? They born like that? They didn't. And then it's come like God cold on this conversation. If it's God, it is the way we say is right. He know what he's doing. And he made woman and man to be in relationship, to sharing. And I was like, so he just decide afterwards, well, I'm gonna make a man who gonna love another man and they're gonna interact like he's that, and then people, and that's like no. Other people, yes, because they, and then it's confusing. There is a lot to say. There is a lot to learn first. There's a lot to understand. But I can see by myself says like, oh wow, what's gonna happen? Because neighbor is neighbor. What's gonna happen if someone from your family, it will come this way? What are you gonna react? I start asking this one by myself, but I'm passing to you. What's gonna happen to you if
this is
your son, if your daughter?
No, man, you put me on the spot. Man, I need.
What's gonna happen, Mr. Revo?
Oh, I need more water now.
Yes, I can serve. I can give you more. Do you know? Because somehow it's easy to think when it's neighbor. It's easy to think when it's someone else. Because anyway, we'll be talking. But I'm saying, I know, it's kind of saying, oh, Felix, this doesn't gonna happen to me because, this is that life. But I'm asking,
what if it happens? Okay, what if it happens? And my son, obviously. Oh, man. Obviously, it's like you said, I would never have thought. Would never even think across my mind that my kid would ever, be like that because of the values and the religion and all that. I'll going to be obviously teaching him and then growing him upon. And most importantly, I'll be keeping my child away from the corrupt ideologies, that I disagree with in the Western world. And what I mean by that is a lot of concepts that they're coming up with, like, changing gender identity, all of these stuff.
I got it.
For me, these are corrupt ideas. They're not natural. So to say, it's not natural to human instinct. You know what I mean? It's not human instinct. So I would keep my kid away from all of those ideas and stuff like that. That fills his head with, avoid filling his head with those kind of stuff. But if if that happens. I personally, bro, would probably take the measure of understanding how it came to that. I want to know how it came to that. At what point in his upbringing did we screw up?
Yes.
At what point in his upbringing did things like this come into his head, because believe it or not, I left Syria when I was 18 years old. Coming to the UK, and ever since I've been in the UK, I'm 27 today. So it's almost going to be 10 years now I'm in the UK. So it's been 10 years I'm in the UK. Left Syria since I was 18. So up until the age of 18, I was born. I was born in England, but obviously I've never lived here. I was straight away I'm going back to Syria. But I lived my whole life in Syria. Childhood, I grew up in Syria. Friends, family, education, schools, everything. That's where I've never heard of the word gay. Never. Never knew what homosexuality is. Never heard of it. You know what I mean? Children here from the age of the moment they start speaking, they probably know all about all of this. And I disagree with all of that. I disagree with a child being exposed to any of this. Any of this. Anything that's outside the doorstep. Once a child's out there, man, there's millions of sources that's feeding into his brain. Different things, different concepts, different ideologies, tempering with natural thought process of a child. As a child, you should be away from all of this. Grow up, following the lead of your parents, and your natural instinct as a human. You know what I mean? Without being fed all of those thoughts at that age. So that's what I would be looking for. At what point do we screw up? You know what I mean? And then once I identify the cause or where, he started diverting, I would start taking measures accordingly. So one of the things I might be saying is tackling the matter through religious methods. Like, for example, in Islam, we make something called dua. You know what dua is? Have you heard of dua is? Dua is basically a term to describe you seeking a request from God. Seeking a request.
A request.
From
God.
Well,
asking questions.
Asking question, or not even that, but let's say you turning to God to solve matter in your life.
I got it.
I guess saying seeking a request from God might be a bit confusing. But let's just say it's turning to God to solve a matter in your life. That's what dua is. So you go ahead and you make dua between you and God. Protect my child. Correct his heart. Guide him. We strongly believe in this to a point where we believe this is the weapon of a Muslim. This is a weapon when you have that kind of direct contact with God. You know what I mean? So this is one thing. I will resolve to things like this. I will resolve to changing the environment in which my kid is involved in. Possibly changing the country. I would travel to a different country. I would travel to an Arab country. I'll travel to Egypt. I'll travel
So if you do all these methods and you see your son unhappy,
well, it's going to be a change, right? So, people don't respond in a positive way to a change always. Some people do have like a negative feeling when they move country, move houses, Not always they feel good, right? So that is expected, especially for children. When you move around too much with children, it's changing environments all the time. It's not good anyway for children. But I would try to fill his time and make things good for him. I would go out of my way to bring him things, take him places, distract him. Make him live the life.
But you will keep your son at your house.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I will. Absolutely.
And how about let's go. I just want to jump on this subject anyway. But But I just the last question. If you keep your son inside your house, in your country, not here, in your country, and all the village where you live, city, they know. How you think it will be your relationship with your neighbors or your people from your community?
It's going to be difficult. It will be difficult. It won't be. Yeah, it won't be as smooth and but we would try.
You will always keep your side. What is your son? It is anyway. You will always keep. Yeah.
I would always, but I would always strive to get this out of him. Because we, again, like I said, whoever wants to do whatever they want, please go ahead. You do you. It's nothing. But we just disagree with the action. We just disagree with that. I would not want my son to be homosexual.
You would like to know, you would like to at least to see who's that person. To see, or you would say no.
I would, no, of course, I would.
To talk with them.
I think this is a very sensitive thing because when you're dealing with a child, you need to have the ultimate patience. You need to have. I'm not talking just child. I'm talking if he will be like 18, 20. He's gonna start like living his life, paying his bills. I'll kick this guy's ass, man. I'll kick his ass, bro. No way. I'll kick his ass.
Disown it.
I would disown his ass. But
how you think you will? It doesn't gonna be easy to have
to
share the same environment with your neighbors. Like to Muslim how you call to mosque. On Friday, your brothers, it would be a really hard conversation.
It would be hard, but more so for him as opposed to me. It would be, for me, it would be slightly difficult from my side. Not from them, not necessarily from them. It's from my side, I wouldn't feel good because I know my son is like this, and it's something whereby me as a Muslim and our religion disagrees with it, and I'll feel upset, of course. But what about you? What if your son? What would you do? Especially as your religion is African.
Africa,
right? You're African by origin, right? So, and you've also lived in Europe. You're similar to me. You're very similar to me. So I've lived in Asia my whole life, and then childhood, upbringing, all of that. And I came to Europe, and I've lived past 10 years in Europe, and I've been exposed to things, and I've seen things. Right. Same with you. So again, you know how Africa is.
I know.
Yeah. Again, it's very similar to our ways. And you came to Europe. And by the way, you told me as well some of your family are Muslims. Your mother?
My mother, family. All they're Muslims.
They're all Muslims.
All.
Right. So what if your
my father's family are all Christian.
Okay. Right. So what happens if your son was like this? What would his relationship? Forget about people. What would his relationship or your relationship be affected when it comes to his grandmother?
Yes. It doesn't gonna be different than yours. Because my family. They are really religion.
Exactly.
I came from religion family. Religious family. Obviously, is something that it's easy to me because I'm not so deep on religion like my parents are. But it's easy to me to think today because I'm already shared this environment. Right. So I can say it's more likely to me to not disown my son, my daughter. But it's more likely to me understand. But it's the same question. It's the same thing that I'm talking with other friends regarding this. It's the same. And regarding all the subjects that we were gonna cover maybe. But what's gonna happen to me is I'm gonna say to my son first, or my daughter first, that I deeply don't agree. Deeply don't agree with. It's not because it's not because religion, but it's just because the way I think, the way I accept myself, and I can see my son as my mirror. So I will deeply don't agree, but I will tell him, but I still love you. But my love for my son, I can be killed because him. I can die.
Absolutely.
But because I'm not agreeing with him because what he's did how he become now. If and I can tell him, and I can die as well because this. Yeah. So I'm on two hands saying like, my love to you, I can kill everyone.
Yes.
Just to protect you.
Yes.
But about your direction now, I can die. Yeah. With all medicine in the world.
Yeah.
Nobody gonna save me.
Yeah.
I will die just because my feeling knowing where you are going, because it's
absolutely.
Not. Yeah.
I agree with that.
And I can see can be anyway easy to deal with this, because I tell you, like, you grow up with where all the people have this on mind.
Yeah.
I grew up with different environment where I was noticed from kids. Oh, this is different. This is different. This is different, and I keep it accepted. I'm more, I can say I can like understand this because I was there in this kind of environment earlier, and I live it with this earlier than you.
Yeah.
But it's what I'm gonna do, I believe. And
I kind of agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
And I believe it's.
And by the way, for me, it's not just about religion. I mean, it happened to be about religion because I'm already a Muslim.
But
also, if I was not a Muslim, I would still not agree with it.
Because it's the way you are.
Yes,
you would like to see people, your son, the way you are.
Yeah. And I strongly believe that a woman and a man are just meant, to be for each other. Again. Yeah. We have to emphasize that people can do whatever they want. Yeah. We're just saying that my stance of it is I disagree with it, but they can still continue doing, obviously, whatever they want to do. I'm not like telling them what to do.
Yeah. Do you do one thing? It's come to my mind. Yeah. This topic is too different. It's too much to talk about.
Yeah.
Do you know? Now, in the UK, plus other countries, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to mention it, but I will talk about the UK.
Yeah.
In the UK, they start saying that they will introduce maybe LGBT stuff in the school, on the primary schools, where you can find kids from 4 years old, 5 years old.
Yes.
And they will start talk about let me just go. They will start talk about different types of family. Yeah, is the topic.
Yeah,
they will bring in, or they are already. So they will start teaching 5 years kids about different kind of family, to men's, to women's, all this.
Yeah,
so on,
this child has two mothers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There are already stories. There are already stories in books. Book stories.
Exactly. So
about,
they already did it, and they will. But if you ask why, they will say, "Oh yeah, because the kids, they are really, how they say, violent each other." Is the way they say, because if one knows, like, oh, he's living with two dads, he will start like bullying him.
Yeah.
And the way he's gonna bully him would be well bad. So they want to prevent this. It start from kids. And then it's come to in public, everyone is starting. I can see a lot of people on social media like disagree and go do some protests and whatever. Right?
Absolutely, especially in America. I've seen many.
A lot of people start doing it. But doesn't do nothing, and it doesn't react badly in you when you don't have kids, when you don't have like little sisters.
Absolutely.
You don't talk about this, and it's okay.
Yeah.
But things when they start coming in your garden,
things change.
Then you start changing. Then you start thinking, I need to find my position about this.
100%.
I need to talk about this. So I just came to my house the other day and I sat down with my wife. Let's talk about this, right?
Yeah.
And then we will try to understand. What we were talking was not, we need to go to protest. We were not talking. We were talking, okay, maybe we need to start talk with all the other regarding these things.
Yeah.
We don't feel good for one thing, because I see my daughter as a kid.
Yeah.
She didn't even start painting. She doesn't know the colors yet.
Yeah.
So to talk about these things, just to prevent, because the school, they will start introducing. I want to be me as a first talk about this. I feel bad.
Yeah.
But all the way, I'm saying, great. that's nice. They bring this one the way I can start to talk of these things with my daughter. On the other side, they said, man, it's gonna be confused. This to me, to the I don't know. And the same thing, it's come out of my mind. It's like, okay, if we believe, everyone believe, everyone sing about these things. Says like kids, they are the most beautiful people in the world.
Yeah.
So where it starts saying the kids, they are really evil because they start bullying each other. They will even. Yeah. So it's like two things I say, and I was like, man, this is confusing.
Yeah.
But my position at the moment is like to understand where I am, which country I am.
No, I
don't want to fight with country. I don't want to fight with the rules about this country.
I understand.
Yeah, but it's something that I said, well, it's the time that I need to start, like, maybe sit down with my daughter and talk with him and try to find if the school, they have this, if I cannot, like, go there and just opt out. Says, like, I don't want my daughter to...
Exactly,
to
that's what I was going to say. I was going to mention that.
You know, and I like the idea to the... she needs to start knowing, like, this is the society where we are living. But I'm saying it's too early. It's too early, and maybe they can introduce this later on. I don't know which age, because I know kids, they grow up differently. You can see one kid with like 6, he just start think like 11. Who's 11 think like 7, you know, and depend. That's why I say maybe when she will be 15, maybe she will 12. I don't know. With time. But I was just to share that with you.
So I agree with that.
You saw that,
Yeah. So I don't have kids right now.
Yeah, but
I have. I used to have 3, now 2 little sisters, because the third one now is growing up, right? Now I have 2 little sisters. And I'm just as scared for them as I would be for my own daughters, right? So I can understand that. It's still not going to be the same as when you experience it with your own daughter, right? But I can understand that. For example, for our kids, our kids as in my sisters, we pull them out from classes like this. So sexual education, for example, it's a very sensitive topic. For us, it's an extremely sensitive. We never had sexual education back in my country. We don't have that. And look at us. We're functioning and living absolutely normal lives. We have families. We have, we grow up. We get married. We have healthy relationships. Well, to some extent, at least. But no, we have healthy relationships. Generally, father and mother. They have children. The mother takes care of the house. Takes care of the children, raising the children, while the father's out there working and making a living for them and putting, food on the table and things like that, keeping a roof over their heads. I think we're fine. I'm fine. I never had sexual education at school.
I didn't have either.
Exactly. You didn't have either. I didn't have either. No. But our natural instinct kind of introduced that to us in a natural way. It was not enforced on us. It was not enforced on us, through schools, because one thing about school, they follow one system for all. One thing, one way for all. Does not work. It does not work. Like you said, some kids are ready to receive this. Some kids are not. Some kids can receive this in a very particular way, which the closest person to that kid or that a girl is a mother. So that girl has a very tight connection with a mother, right? So if anybody can deliver such sensitive information to a child, to a girl, it would be her mother. You know what I mean? She understands her daughter. She knows how to deliver that. Instantly, she will know. She will know when it's the right time. You know what I mean? She lives, with her daughter day in, day out, every day. You know what I mean? 24/7, she's with her daughter. She knows when her daughter's starting behaving, in a manner where she's ready to receive that information and how to break it down to her. One teacher, one method for all children does not work. Does not work. And as a man, I would speak to my child, to my little boy, right? I know when he's ready to know this. And as a person with my culture, my tradition, my religion, I know how to break things down to him accordingly. in a good way, in a good manner, in a manner that he will accept and he will understand. Not, I disagree with, the sex education that takes place in schools and stuff, especially in the mixed classes.
Yes. Especially
in mixed classes. I used to live in, we used to live in Kent, Gravesend. Kent is it's close to London.
Yeah.
It's a county. It's Kent County. Yeah. There's a town there called Gravesend.
Yeah.
We lived there for a short period of time. And near us there was a school where people, I think it's a primary school or something.
Yeah.
People the age of 13, 14, 15 they go to. And there was our neighbors, someone we know, I personally know in the neighborhood, you know what I mean? He was about 15 years old.
Yeah.
One time we found out that another neighbor had a daughter as 14. She's pregnant by him at school.
Wow.
That's something I witnessed.
Wow.
This is something I witnessed.
Wow.
So you cannot convince me in any way, shape or form that mixed class with sex education at this age for everybody, the same level, same teacher, same way, same method is acceptable. I don't accept it, and I just because it works for some people. If there is one case in which this would not work for, you have to cancel the whole thing. That's in my opinion. Don't tell me 99% of the times it worked. What about the 1%? What about the 1%? And I'm telling you, this is more than listen, I know it's much larger percentage than just 1%. That's just, hypothetical figure. But it's much more. What happens in schools from, children, they want to experiment. They start experimenting. They get curious. They want to, start playing around, start doing this and that. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous for our daughters and even for, young boys as well. Children, basically, you don't want to be doing that. So I disagree with it, and for us, my sisters, we pull them out from these classes. Please, with respect. When this class takes place, we would like my sister so and so to be pulled out from this class. They are, our children. We know how to deliver this information to them. And again, for all those out there, telling you, oh no, sex education is important. You're a child. You need to learn about your body. You need to learn how to, well, we never did. We never did. I never did. I never learned sex education at school. You didn't. You didn't either.
No, me.
And I'm telling you right now. I can probably say, I'm not sure about you, but I'm just going to include you just in case. And correct me if I'm wrong. 90% of the people like me and you probably don't know how they actually learned it. We just know it. We grew up to know it.
This to me is something like, have anybody teach you how to sleep?
No, exactly.
Exactly. To me it's like that.
Exactly.
You can see someone. To me, this is like sleep. You can see someone.
Absolutely, 100%.
He's sleeping on the sofa. Then your mind will, this guy will be fucked up when he woke up. He didn't sleep well. As soon as he woke up, he said to you, man, I sleep so nice. And you think, whoa, your head was like that, your body was like that on the sofa. How you say you sleep well? Because nobody teach nobody. You can see the position the person is, but he's sleeping really nice. And it was different to you because you were in like a really nice mattress. But you didn't sleep well. So you can teach people sleep.
Exactly.
This is the pain of people. It's something that's...
I don't know who taught me this, how I learned it. I grew up to know all of this. I don't know how.
No, I don't know. Honestly.
I
know there's people who just nowadays you can see people who just go to watching pornography to know nowadays how to do and all that. But I never had this curiosity. I never.
No. Never. Absolutely no. So
anyway,
it's a natural instinct. Human will eventually know about it. You don't need to enforce it onto people's children. I'll say
with all respect,
brains.
I say
I
want to live. I want to live on this environment. I want to respect them. I want to they respect me. I want to I want to just be with them in the same environment, live my life with all respect. I deserve my life, they deserve their own life.
Yeah.
And then on the end, everyone just own that as on.
No, I agree.
But
Yeah.
what I'm saying, like, share this. I'm not saying like my daughter. I deserve my daughter. I think my daughter deserve to be in this environment. Or nah. I'm saying like, it's the way it is where I am. Is the country. I don't want to fight with country. I don't want to fight with these things. But I will find my new method or my method, whatever, to see if I can, share the same environment, the same country, but respect and whatever in with this. Because to me, after all, it's just the person who you decide to sleep with at the end. It's not to be okay.
Yeah.
If you will be respect about this. But anyway, bro, I won't just go out for this topic.
I know I can go on and on,
yeah,
man.
I know it's too much. Yeah, it's too much.
But yeah.
I would like to jump on something that can be somehow related with what we were talking. Like
fire it up.
one. So why I became with this topic is because I remember one of these Sundays where we end up to go to the Costa Cafe.
Yeah.
We were talking randomly about like married, about engagement, this stuff, right? And then I heard you talking like on my country or my culture.
Yeah.
We treating woman this way, we do this way, we're not sitting this way. And the other side was me and the other friends that I'm gonna mention here. We start saying, but we live here this way, people do this way. And I was so really curious. Since that day I said I need to call Revo to come on my podcast the way we can talk.
Yeah.
That day.
Yeah.
If I still remember what we were talking, we were talking about how a man live, in his house with a woman, how a man treat woman, how, and then we start saying like, nowadays women start working, they start getting that this independency, and they start like going to new ways. And then you start saying like, but we doing that. For somehow we were just saying, no, now Muslim people, we will talk about the image that we have. From the image that we have from the Muslim people. And you start saying like, no, the way we do to the women is completely differently. And then you start explaining. I would like to go a little bit more deep on that thing. Talk about this way. How you see when and how you think when you see this kind of wedding or married or relationship in Europe, like a woman having too much power somehow. And I'm not saying I don't agree women to have that kind of power. I'm saying by live their life the way they don't. You can see them. You can define who's the man, who's the not, who's leading, who's not leading, who's in the front, whoever. And then you see so much equality or somehow so kind of balances. And then somehow we start saying like, no, Muslim people, or they have like 2, 3 women, 7 women, and it's the way it's the way when people start saying Muslim people, and because they can have like 7 women, and then they walk they have they woman 7 steps behind, and the woman they can work, the woman can have like a nice relationship or relationship with all the women. They can talk about like sex with their husband is so haram, so things like that. I would like to
This is amazing. Seriously, this is amazing.
Because these things come. You can hear with people talk about. I would like to you talking about this your side to us. Like, is this real? Really happen in in the like
scrub everything.
The couples,
scrub everything, man.
Is it?
Just scrub everything. Thing is, this is such a long topic. It's such a long. Obviously, I'll address all the stuff that you asked. But just for everyone to know, this is a very long topic. Whereby it's so difficult to explain without you actually visiting those countries and living there for a short period of time. You may ask people who European people, white, proper European people, who migrated from Europe and permanently reside in countries like Saudi Arabia, permanently reside in countries like Qatar or Emirates, or any of those Gulf countries. You know, I personally I've heard, you know, from them directly, you know, about how their perception of the Middle East have significantly changed once they have lived there for 5 to 10 years to 15 years, you know. And I've heard personally from women.
Yes.
I've heard personally from women living there. Yes. Right. So you gotta get your ass out there. You know what I mean, to actually understand how things are.
Yes.
You know what goes on in the other part of the world.
Yeah.
I'm not saying 100% perfect. You know.
Yeah.
There are, you know, a lot of women who are treated unjustly. You know, but so are women here.
Yeah.
You know, so are women here. I mean, I remember throughout the years, I used to hear news. It used to go viral in the news about a boyfriend who stabbed his girlfriend for not wanting to do something that he requested or he asked for, or a girlfriend dumped. You know, she had the choice to obviously she has a choice to whether to leave or stay in a relationship, right? Well, a woman decided to leave, and a boyfriend couldn't take it, killed her, whatever it is. Or, you know, so these stories you hear in the West as well. So it's not going to be 100% perfect, but the general view back in the Middle East, it's much healthier in terms of relationships, and its family structure, it's much tighter and much better, and relationships last eternity. You know, when in most cases, when a man marries a woman, he marries her for life.
Yes,
that's it.
Yeah,
you know, one woman you marry, you stay with for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So where this idea of to have like
these
2, 4, 1, 7?
So
I hear like the number is 7 women.